for this video, we're going to learn about the daily news. Okay, so the title is Why Americans Walk Less Than Europeans. Okay, so this article was published June 18, 23. Okay, so for this lesson, this is for intermediate learner. Okay, so we have here density. When we say density, it's a noun. A number of people or things in a place. The city has a high population density. Okay, so we have here pedestrian, a person who is walking, especially in a town or city. Even though it's quite hilly, Edinburgh is a pedestrian-friendly city. Okay, so we have here condition. Condition is a noun. The circumstances in which people lived, work, etc. Frontline medical workers say conditions in the hospitals are worse than the government claims. Okay, so we have here spiral is a noun, a process in which something progressively becomes worse. Okay, the financial crisis set off a spiral of unemployment, with layoffs becoming more and more frequent. Okay, so we have here discourage, to attempt to stop someone from doing something. The new policy aims to discourage the use of cars in the city center. Okay, so now we're going to have exercise 2, the article. Okay, so we have here why Americans walk less than Europeans. Cars have been part of the American dream of a more comfortable life for everyone for about 100 years. So it's perhaps no surprise that Americans walk much less than Europeans. The average US adult makes about 12% of their daily trips on foot, less than half the percentage of trips people make on foot in some European countries, according to a US study. People in the United Kingdom walk for 26% of their trips, compared with 24% in France and 22% in Germany and Finland. The researchers wrote in the journal Sustainability. Okay, so we have here the percentage of trips made by walking. Okay, so as you can see here, UK, we have 26% walking, France 24%, Germany 22%, Finland 22%, Norway 20%, Japan 19%, Denmark 19%, Austria 18%, Netherlands 16%, Sweden we have 15%, New Zealand we have 12%, and the USA 12%. Okay, so we have here. But it's not only their famous love of cars that's stopping Americans from walking more. The US has a lower population density than many European countries, meaning many Americans need to make longer trips for work, shopping, or visiting friends. Pedestrians in the US are also up to 10 times more likely to die in an accident than those in Germany, Denmark, and the Netherlands. And while walking has become safer every year in many European countries, the rate of pedestrian deaths in the US rose by 25% from 2010 to 2020. The researchers said one reason for the rise in deaths could be an increase in the average size and power of US vehicles. People walk less in the United States because it's more dangerous to walk here, and walking conditions are worse compared to other countries, said study co-author Ralph Boehler. So we're caught in a bit of the spiral that discourages walking and encourages driving in the US. So now we have questions here. Okay, so now here, number 1. What percentage of daily trips does an average American make on foot? What percentage of daily trips does the average American make on foot? Number 2. Do people in Germany walk more than people in the UK? Why is the rate of pedestrian deaths in the US rising? Why is the rate of pedestrian deaths in the US rising? Discussion. Okay. So, what are your thoughts on the findings of this study? What are your thoughts on the findings of this study? Do you find it surprising that Americans walk so much less than Europeans? Do you find it surprising that Americans walk so much less than Europeans? What percentage of your daily trips do you make on foot? What percentage of your daily trips do you make on foot? Would you describe your town or city as a safe for pedestrians? Would you describe your town or city as safe for pedestrians? Have you been anywhere you felt was dangerous for pedestrians? Have you been anywhere you felt was dangerous for pedestrians? Okay, so we also have here further discussions. Okay, so here. Number 1, though most households own a car where you lived, what's the worst thing about driving in your town or city? What's the worst thing about driving in your town or city? Has your town or city taken any steps to discourage driving? What are the fastest ways to get around your town or city? Would you rather live in the US or somewhere in Europe? Would you rather live in the US or somewhere in Europe? Okay, so I hope this exercise your brain, and of course please follow. Okay, bye.